My name is Alexis. This is a new little video series thing that I am trying out. It's called From Me to You. Just a little bit of life hacks, tips and tricks, all from experience and things that I think will benefit a lot of people. Um, the first video will just kind of be about who I am and why the heck you'd want to listen to a 21-year-old about life advice and kind of broad little, life series of events for me of where I started, where I am now, and background so you know who the heck you're listening to when you take advice from me. So, my name is Alexis, and I'm a 21-year-old nursing student, and I am very happy. I am living a pretty good life, I would say, and I did not start there. So I think I started being depressed, end of middle school, went for a couple years all through high school. I think I started to see the smallest smidge of light junior-ish year of high school, I would say. And it wasn't like a big aha moment where I was like, I'm cured, I'm better. It was more of like a gradual process, which is what it is. No one magically gets cured in a day. And I just finally realized that I didn't have to be sad anymore, and I didn't want to be sad anymore. At a certain time in your life, you get tired of crying, and I'm sure there's people watching this that maybe that's where you are right now. You're really tired of crying and feeling like crap, and it's time, and I want you to know that there's hope. And I think that's the big thing about getting out of depression is knowing that there's hope and that things will get better. So, from me to you, little life hack, basic cliche quote, but it does get better. And I think that's really important just to keep in mind. But also keep in mind that it doesn't mean that things are better forever, because that's not really how life works, but it works as though eventually you'll know that when you're in a low point, you can still be grateful and you'll get out of it, and that's okay too. So, I was sad throughout high school, had a kind of crazy life for a while, did some crazy things, but I graduated, which was pretty shocking to everyone at the time. Graduated high school, went on to college. I'm in my fourth year now, studying nursing. I love people. I want to help people. That's the goal. I'm a people person. I believe that people are my purpose. And it gets better. I think high school is definitely the low point for me. I hated high school. I'm sure a lot of people hate high school. It's definitely one of the worst times of your life. And then once you make it out, I think it gets a little bit easier. Once you are in college, you have more freedom, you meet way better people in a limited area, like people that have the same interests as you, and everybody says that, but it's actually true. So, made it to college, found something that I love to do, and I tweaked my brain along the way, and I have some pretty good little tips and tricks on how to do that, which I wanted to share because I think nowadays a lot of people are struggling with depression or just struggling with being a person, which I understand, and a lot of times things that seem really obvious to us aren't easy to do just because they're obvious. So like being happy or finding the right friends or removing yourself from social media isn't easy to do. It seems obvious, maybe like, oh, all these tweets that I'm looking at are making me depressed, but why would I delete them? That just seems so obvious. But really, sometimes it's small little things that make a really big impact. So I've done a lot of things, I've tried a lot of things, I've learned a lot, and my goal for these videos is to help teach people that, and hopefully that there's some people maybe younger than me that are going through some of the struggles that I talk about, that I could help them get through it with little hacks that I have. And even older people, It's not always, oh, you can only change your life when you're young, because that's not true either. So anyone can change their life. Anyone can be happy at any point. And being happy doesn't mean that everything's going to be better forever. I still get stuck and find myself lost, but I know how to get out of those things, and I know how to still be happy even when I'm sad, or be joyous or wholesome, whatever you want to call it. And that's the goal. The goal is to have goals, but be happy in the present and know how to work your way around life. And I'm maybe only 21, but my goal is that I can help on different topics. So I'll go through different things, smaller videos, hopefully. I tend to go on little rants and talk a lot, so hopefully you're into that. I'll go through topics that high schoolers need to hear about how to get through high school. I'll probably do a whole video on high school and the new generations, because it's hard to be in the newer generations with social media. It's definitely not easy. I will go through love, relationships, friendships, self-love, which is still a process for me, but it's been a fun process. It's super great getting to know yourself and figuring things out. I do yoga, so I don't know, maybe I'll talk about that. There's a whole list of things that I could go through that I plan to, and if anybody watching has any good ideas, or, is really struggling with something that hopefully I can talk about to help you, definitely leave a comment and say, hey, I'd really like to have you talk about this because I'm really struggling. I would love to. I have always wanted to help people, and in today's day and age, this is the best way to get a platform and reach people. So that's my goal, is honestly just to reach people that need to be reached. So hopefully I can make even the smallest impact on 5 people. So anything will help. I think I have the ability to help, and maybe that's cocky, but maybe not. Maybe whoever's watching really needed to hear this. So that's my goal, and a little bit about me. So I hope to be talking to you soon. Thanks.